We're back and we're talking dresses for the bride or the bridesmaids at David's Bridal. Welcome.
Yes. Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we've got some stunners here today. First, let's talk about the bride. You guys have quite a selection of wedding dresses. What is the one that you brought with you?
This is one part of our Galena signature brand. She is a little more sparkly, got more of that untraditional blush tones to her. Instead of a full-on ball gown feel, it's a little more piecey throughout here, and the diamonds kind of just flow all the way out through the train. Got a little cap sleeve too, which is very popular.
And so that's what I was going to ask. So in terms of trends, what are you seeing brides requesting this year?
You know, we've been getting a lot of non-white, non-ivory, more blush tones. We've gotten some black colors people have been requesting. Kind of just basically your non-traditional whites and ivories. So the cap sleeve on here is very popular with that little bit of a deep plunge for a little bit of skin, but nothing too much, you know, just a little bit of sexiness to it.
And we've got a little bit of illusion as well, because you do have the illusion in the front, but you've also got a little bit of illusion in the side. Like you said, to offer that little bit of sexiness for a bride. You still want to be conservative, but you got the sexiness. So we love this. What other brands maybe would people recognize that David's Bridal carries?
We carry, so obviously we have the Galena signature ones here, as long as this one is also part of the Galena signature bridesmaid line. We have the David's Bridal brand, and we have Melissa's Sweet and Oleg Cassini brand as well.
Very, very nice. So for wedding dresses, a lot of times when we're thinking about a wedding, our first thought is I want to pick a dress that I like, that's beautiful, but if somebody's having a spring or summer wedding, they really have some other things to consider. So what should they be thinking about when they're picking the right dress for 80, 90 degrees?
Light. Something a little more lighter. We have a lot of dresses with multiple layers, so typically even if a bride chooses those, they take out a layer or two, so the dress is still a little bit lighter. Something more of a cap sleeve or strapless. Some people still go with a sleeve, but it's gonna get a little sweaty, so I would ignore the sleeves.
And maybe consider alterations as well.
Yes.
Because you want to make sure, for one thing, this is not a dress, because this is probably a good 4 inches longer than I am tall. You don't want to be wearing this outdoors because you're going to be tripping over it. So get it altered to the right height.
We also do that at David's Bridal too.
Yeah.
We take in alterations not for only our store, but if you have anything, we'll take it. We'll alter it for you. So
Maybe I'll
it's a
come
great
visit
idea.
you.
Get the hem, you know, we'll take your hem off, you know, take it in if we need to. So we've got plenty of options for that.
So how far in advance, if somebody's got a wedding coming up, how far should they order that? I know it doesn't always work out that well, but how far in advance should they order the dress?
I would say at least 8 months to a year before your wedding. That way, you know, you have the dress. Sometimes they take a few weeks to a few months even to get in, depending on size, color, style. Can take a while to get in, so then that way, you know, you have your time for alterations after. Sometimes people like to have a few months in between to have just plan everything else, get the dress out of the way, and then take care of the rest. Less stress on you that way too.
So obviously you do carry wedding dresses. You also carry a selection of bridesmaid dresses and a lot of different color options, which is amazing, but it might surprise people to know you have other things in store as well.
Yes. So on top of just the bridal, we also carry tons of bridesmaids dresses. We have the Galena signature brand. We have multiple David's Bridal brand dresses too. They come in probably more than 30 colors. We also carry Mother the Bride, Mother the Groom, prom. We're just getting out of prom season, but any kind of homecoming, special occasion, stuff like that. Also Flower Girl too, if you're looking for those. We get a lot of that business too.
And would you recommend that people make an appointment if they want to come look at dresses?
Yes, I would, just because that way you get your one-on-one personal experience with a stylist. You're not just out in the open looking. We can find your size. We typically measure you first so we know exactly what size to be looking for, and then that way too we're able to give advice on, you know, what's looking good on you, what we can find more. That way we can help build with accessories and complete the whole look for you.
Oh, fantastic. Well, make sure you get over to David's Bridal. Their information is at your screen, or give them a call to set up an appointment so that you can get that personalized one-on-one experience.